Snakes are some of nature's deadliest predators, but even they have nightmares. There are animals out there that make even the most venomous serpents run for their lives. From tiny killers to massive hunters, these creatures will change everything you thought you knew about fear. Let's reveal what truly terrifies a snake. Join us and let's go!
Number 14. Porcupines. When thinking of a snake's worst nightmare, you might imagine a large predator or a venomous beast. But surprisingly, the porcupine, known for its slow pace and quiet nature, packs a defensive punch most snakes would rather avoid. Those quills? Porcupines are basically nature's walking pincushions. Their sharp, needle-like quills are their ultimate defense, easily piercing through a snake's skin if it dares to strike. Imagine a snake going in for a bite, only to end up with a face full of quills. Not only would it be painful, but the snake would find itself in a tricky situation, with its fangs potentially caught in the quills. That's a hard place for any predator to be. When threatened, a porcupine's go-to move is turning its back on the predator, showing off its quill-covered backside. This clever tactic leaves any would-be attacker facing a near-impenetrable wall of spikes, rendering the snake's usual biting method useless. Even the most determined snake would think twice about messing with a porcupine. The quills aren't just defensive, they're offensive deterrents. A snake attempting to strike a porcupine faces consequences that go far beyond a failed meal.
Number 13. The mongoose. Speed is everything in the survival game. When it comes to venomous snakes, the mongoose functions like an evolved defense system built over millions of years. This tiny predator doesn't just defeat snakes 30 times its own body size, it does it with a coldness that defies all logic. The secret lies in three perfectly synchronized pillars: reflexes that rival military-grade precision systems, a flexible body structure that allows impossible dodges, and a bizarre genetic mutation that pharmaceutical companies still study with fascination. Its reflexes trigger movements so fast that the snake can't even process the threat before receiving the fatal strike. The mongoose circles constantly around its target, testing, assessing, searching for the weak point. When it identifies the opportunity, it executes a surgical movement straight to the snake's head. But here's the plot twist. Its thick, loose skin functions like a biomechanical shield. When venomous fangs strike, they don't find vital tissue, just layers of protected skin that don't transmit venom efficiently. Beyond that, a specific mutation in its nervous system receptors makes snake venom practically useless against its neurological system. It's like trying to defeat a firewall with an outdated attack. The snake unleashes its worst arsenal, and the mongoose simply stays alive. That's co-evolution happening in real time. While snakes developed increasingly potent venom across centuries, mongooses evolved increasingly sophisticated defenses. It's a biological arm wrestling match where nobody wins completely, but the mongoose definitely won most of the rounds. Classic literature captured this essence in stories that persist today, perpetuating the myth of this fearless little warrior.
I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day. But to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video, so YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel. So leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go!
Number 12. Great horned owls. This owl has no problem taking on snakes, even venomous ones. Field observations show these owls prey on a variety of snakes, from harmless garter snakes to dangerous species like cottonmouths and prairie rattlesnakes. What makes this bird truly fearsome is its stealth. The great horned owl uses broad wings to glide silently from above, catching prey by surprise. It's one of the largest and most powerful owl species in America. Once in striking distance, the owl delivers a powerful blow with sharp talons, crushing the snake with incredible force. It then follows up with rapid strikes from its beak. These precise, deadly attacks usually kill the snake instantly or leave it too injured to fight back. With stealth, power, and deadly accuracy, the great horned owl is a true predator of the night. The snake never hears the owl coming. That's the point. The wings are engineered for silence through millions of evolution. When a snake is struck by talons carrying the force of a falling anvil, consciousness itself becomes optional. The great horned owl eliminates snakes that would terrify most animals.
Number 11. Praying mantises. Praying mantises are stealthy predators that can sometimes surprise even the most unsuspecting prey, including smaller snakes. Known for their ambush tactics, mantises wait motionless, blending into their surroundings until their target ventures within striking distance. Once a snake or insect comes too close, the mantis strikes with lightning speed, using powerful front legs to grab and immobilize its prey. But here's where it gets crazy. Mantises are fearless. Even the possibility of being eaten doesn't deter them from hunting. These remarkable insects aren't picky eaters. While they typically feast on various insects, their diet extends to larger creatures, including lizards, frogs, and even hummingbirds. Their grip strength is astonishing. Some species can hold prey much larger than themselves, ensuring their catch doesn't escape. Although mantises are fierce hunters, their relationship with snakes is a two-way street. Snakes, being cold-blooded creatures, often struggle in extreme heat, making them vulnerable to mantis attacks when they're at their weakest. A mantis can wait longer, think slower, and strike faster than a snake can react to the threat.
Number 10. Snapping turtles. Among North America's most rugged freshwater predators, snapping turtles earned a fearsome reputation nobody questions. These prehistoric reptiles, especially the common snapping turtle and the alligator snapping turtle, pack powerful jaws and ambush hunting tactics that evolved virtually unchanged for millions of years. Though only 2 snapping turtle species exist, compared to over 3,000 snake species, they still manage dominance whenever the opportunity presents itself. Snapping turtles consume both aquatic and terrestrial snakes depending on what's available. Most encounters with snakes happen underwater, in the turtles' preferred hunting ground, where they control every variable. These ancient predators wait motionless in muddy waters, perfectly camouflaged, patience incarnate. They're ambush masters. A snake entering the water might think it's found refuge, but snapping turtles have been hunting in those same waters longer than modern snake species even existed. Documented footage shows snapping turtles seizing and devouring water snakes with strength and precision that demonstrates pure predatory efficiency. That thick shell, it's not just protection, it's a weapon. When a snapping turtle locks its jaws around a snake, the mechanical advantage is absolute. The jaw pressure exceeds what any snake can withstand. Snakes instinctively avoid these turtles because they recognize something ancient in them. A predator from a different era, one that hasn't needed to evolve much because its design already reached perfection. The snapping turtle sits at the bottom of the food chain, waiting, knowing nothing threatens it. Snakes respect that kind of confidence.
Keep the voice steady and informative. Most people wouldn't think of spiders as threats to snakes, but some species, like the Australian redback and widow spiders, are skilled snake hunters operating at scales that defy belief. Redbacks found in Australia build intricate webs and powerful neurotoxic venom. While they mostly target insects, there are documented cases of them killing juvenile eastern brown snakes, one of the world's deadliest reptiles. In the United States and other regions, black widows and brown widows display similar behavior. They use sticky webs to trap unsuspecting snakes, then bite and paralyze them with venom. These spiders have been known to subdue snakes from 7 different families, including venomous species like coral snakes and rattlesnakes.
Despite being up to 30 times smaller than their prey, these spiders use rapid web wrapping, strategic bites, and potent venom to overpower snakes. After the snake dies, they inject enzymes that liquefy its tissues, turning it into nutrient-rich liquid they can consume. Even larger spiders, like the Goliath bird-eater tarantula, prey on snakes. With leg spans reaching over 11 inches and strong venom, these giant spiders can subdue snakes much larger than themselves. The mathematics of this are insane. A creature the size of a hand defeating an animal 10 times its length through pure engineering and toxicology. Number 8. Opossums. Think harmless, slow-moving creatures rummaging through your trash, and you're thinking about opossums. But when it comes to snakes, this little marsupial actually has the upper hand. Snakes, especially venomous ones, tend to avoid opossums rather than face them head-on. Why? Opossums are incredibly resilient. One of their best defenses is their immune system. There are 126 species of opossum, but only one lives in North America and can tolerate venom from certain snakes like rattlesnakes and copperheads. This means if an opossum gets bitten, it survives the attack, making it a tough opponent for any snake to deal with. Snakes aren't willing to risk it. They'd rather slither away than mess with an opossum that might just keep coming back. Opossums also have a clever trick up their sleeves. They play dead. When threatened, they go completely limp and release a foul-smelling odor that makes them less appealing to predators. While this doesn't scare snakes as much as other animals, it gives the opossum a chance to escape unharmed. These nocturnal creatures are opportunistic feeders, so if a snake is in their territory, it's just another potential snack. Opossums are known to eat small snakes, especially ones they find in their habitats. But snakes know better than to tangle with them. The combination of venom resistance and aggressive feeding behavior makes opossums something snakes actively avoid. Number 7. Crows. Crows might not be the first animals that come to mind when thinking about snake predators, but these intelligent and resourceful birds can actually be a real threat to certain snakes. While they might not have the raw power of larger predators like hawks or mongooses, crows have something much more dangerous: intelligence and teamwork. One of the most impressive tactics crows use is mobbing. When they encounter a snake, especially a smaller or less aggressive one, crows work together, attacking the snake in large numbers. This overwhelming group effort confuses and exhausts the snake, making escape difficult. It's like a team of strategists working in perfect harmony, each bird knowing exactly what to do. Even though crows aren't known for size or strength, they have sharp beaks and talons that inflict serious damage. Crows target the snake's vulnerable spots, like its eyes or head, pecking and clawing relentlessly. This makes the snake's chances of surviving an attack much slimmer. Additionally, crows are fiercely protective of their nests and territory. If a snake poses a threat to their young, these clever birds won't hesitate to attack the reptile, driving it away and ensuring it doesn't stick around. Number 6. Secretary birds. In the sub-Saharan savanna exists a bird that walks like it has a purpose. The secretary bird doesn't fly to hunt. It walks, literally. This ground-hunting raptor executes a completely different approach from its flying cousins. It patrols tall grass, and when it detects a snake, it begins a lethal dance. Its legs were sculpted by evolution to be machines of impressive force. Each stomp carries 5 times its own body weight. 5 times. Snakes see the secretary bird coming and know they're dead. There's no viable escape when facing an enemy that has no aerial weak points and attacks vertically with press force. The secretary bird doesn't bite. It crushes. It stomps. It executes movements that shatter the snake's spine in seconds. And if the snake managed to bite it, well, its legs are covered with scales, thick as armor. Biological protection that snakes can't penetrate easily. The secretary bird hunts venomous snakes like puff adders and cobras with the coldness of one facing routine prey. For it, they're just obstacles in the way. Snakes know the secretary bird's reputation. When they hear that characteristic sound of footsteps in grass, every cell in their body screams to escape. The walking bird is a death sentence on legs. Number 5. Wild boars. Scientifically known as Sus scrofa, wild boars are infamous for their aggression and adaptability. While their diet mainly consists of roots, fruits, acorns, and other plants, these tough creatures are opportunistic feeders, and that includes taking on snakes. It might sound surprising, but wild boars have been observed hunting and eating both non-venomous and venomous snakes, including rattlesnakes. What makes them capable of such risky confrontations? Their thick, durable hide acts as natural armor, offering protection from venomous bites. Beyond that, their sharp tusks serve as powerful tools for digging and defense, allowing them to kill snakes while minimizing personal risk. Their impact on snakes extends further. Wild boars are known for rooting behavior, where they dig up soil and vegetation searching for food. This activity destroys snake habitats and reduces prey availability, indirectly pressuring snake populations. With their strength, resilience, and aggressive foraging style, wild boars are more than opportunists. They're a genuine threat to snakes at every level. When a wild boar enters an area, snakes don't just face a predator. They face habitat destruction, food scarcity, and direct physical danger, all at once. The boar is chaos incarnate from a snake's perspective, eliminating the very ground they depend on for survival. Number 4. Honey badgers. Size is a deception. The honey badger is small enough to fit in your hands, but behaves like a compressed combat machine. This African creature entered the records as the bravest animal on the planet, and it's not exaggeration. Its extraordinarily thick and loose skin functions as an escape mechanism that defies physics. When a snake manages to bite it, the honey badger simply rotates inside its own skin, leaving the snake with nothing but air. It's like trying to hold water in a bag that slips between your fingers. But passive defense is only half the story. The honey badger possesses a specific genetic mutation in its acetylcholine receptors that makes snake venom practically useless. The same venom that dissolves the nervous system of any mammal of similar size passes through its body like water. It absorbs the toxin, metabolizes it differently, and remains absolutely functional. Venomous snakes, in theory, should be a challenge. In practice, for the honey badger, they're just another protein source. It doesn't hunt snakes because it's immune to venom. It hunts snakes because it's aggressively intelligent. When it finds a snake, it uses sophisticated tactics, blocks its burrow exit, exhausts it, drains its energy, and only when completely depleted does it go for the final head strike. Snakes face an opponent that not only survives their venom, but uses offensive strategy. The honey badger doesn't respect anything that's a venomous snake. Actually, it doesn't respect anything at all. Number 3. Komodo dragons. When two reptiles enter combat, the largest usually walks away as the victor. Komodo dragons are the largest living lizards on the planet, and that scale has absurd consequences. A snake, even the deadliest, is just a snack compared to these animals' sheer muscle mass. The Komodo dragon isn't just bigger in size, its combat approach is completely different. While snakes depend on speed and venom delivered through a series of tiny puncture wounds, dragons depend on brute force and a bite carrying as much venom as virulent bacteria. This combination is devastating. The dragon doesn't attack fast and subtle like the snake does. It attacks slow and inevitable. It coils the snake in its muscles, immobilizes it completely, and gradually crushes the life out of it, literally. Its thick skin offers considerable protection against venomous bites. It's not impermeable, but it absorbs the strike, so venom takes much longer to act, if it acts at all. Meanwhile, the dragon's toxic, bacteria-laden saliva is already doing its work. Even if the dragon doesn't die in the first battle, the infection following any wound from a Komodo dragon is practically a death sentence. The snake faces an opponent that's not only physically stronger, but biologically built to handle much larger prey. Snakes, by nature, hunt things small enough to swallow whole. A dragon is simply outside the scale of everything snakes are prepared to face. The dragon doesn't fear any snake.
Number 2. Raccoons. Raccoons are incredibly adaptable omnivores known for intelligence and impressive dexterity that rivals some primates. While their usual diet includes fruits, nuts, insects, crayfish, frogs, and small mammals, these clever creatures are more than capable of preying on snakes when opportunity presents itself. Though snakes aren't regular menu items, raccoons won't hesitate to go for reptilian meals. They've been observed hunting both non-venomous and venomous snakes with remarkable success rates. Using their nimble front paws and sharp claws, raccoons control and kill their snake prey with surprising precision. Their paws function like specialized tools, each claw a tiny knife. They manipulate snakes like other animals manipulate objects, keeping fangs away from vital areas while delivering damage. In rare instances, raccoons have been seen using external objects like rocks or debris to disable a snake before delivering a fatal bite. This clever strategy reduces their risk of being bitten, showcasing problem-solving ability in challenging situations. The raccoon's approach is fundamentally different from predators relying on speed or size. It relies on intelligence, resourcefulness, and the kind of tactical thinking most wild animals never develop. While they typically choose less dangerous prey, they'll exploit any available food source, especially during lean times. A hungry raccoon facing a snake isn't thinking about danger, it's thinking about the next meal.
Number 1. Eagles, sky predators. From above, where snakes can't reach, eagles reign absolutely. Their visual system works like biological telescopes with impossible precision. They detect a small reptile's movement through dense branches from kilometers away while flying at mind-bending speeds. The snake depends on being hidden to survive, but its camouflage strategies mean nothing to eyes that see frequencies invisible to most animals. When the eagle spots its target, it executes a dive that leaves zero room for response. We're talking 90-degree angle drops, absurd acceleration, and talons that activate with industrial press force. Species like the black-breasted snake eagle can snatch snakes over 30 centimeters long, carrying them straight from the ground into the sky. The snake didn't even have time to process that it was prey. Eagles specialized in snake hunting evolved specific protections. Reinforced scales on their legs that work almost like medieval armor. Reflexes that anticipate snake movements with millimeter accuracy. And a direct tactical strategy. Always go for the head first. Eliminating the command center, the snake loses any counterattack capability. The brown snake eagle attacks puff adders and black mambas, snakes that would kill any mammal of similar size with a single bite. For the eagle, they're just a complicated lunch. The snake knows this. When it sees a shadow in the sky that could be an eagle, its survival instinct triggers a cascade of neurons, meaning only one thing: flee, hide, disappear.
Still curious? Then don't stop now. The next mystery is already waiting for you. Just click the video on screen. I saved it just for you. See you there, curious one.